Hi everybody, festive wintry sort of Christmassy palettes today. It still feels a little bit early to be doing Christmas stuff, but brands bring things out earlier and earlier every year, and it's almost like if you get to November everything's sold out. So I thought that I would just get in there now while they're still mostly available, I think, and take you through some nice little options. I haven't got any powders on my face yet. I've just got foundation and mascara and a bit of lipstick. So I thought I'd get on with it so I can get some colour onto my face. And the first thing I want to show you is the Bobbi Brown collection for winter. And this is called Wine and Chocolate. Really, really nice little compact look in cases. This is the eye palette, which is all quite nice, warm, chocolatey, obviously, colours. And you've got 3 different liners down there you have to sort of use with a wet brush, I find. But really nice, that one. But I think my best bets from this whole collection are the brightening blushes, because as you can see, this one is called Warm Cocoa and this one is Pink Truffle. They've just got a lovely warm tone with a little bit of shimmer, but not that much at all, just to give it a lift. And they're perfect for winter skin that just needs a bit of brightening, which is what it says. I don't know why this is called Pink Truffle, because I don't really see that there's any pink in this at all. But it's really nice. A nice sort of fair, warm bronzer for the winter. So those would be my pick from the Wine and Chocolate collection. I think those are gorgeous. Really nice gold packaging, feels heavy, feels suitably gift worthy. And the next thing I want to show you on my little list of things is the Chanel L'Armée de Chanel eyeshadow palette, which is £80, £79. It's probably sold out by the time this video goes up, because it's one of those things that everybody who's a collector of Chanel makeup is just going to go out and get. It's very, very beautiful. Look at that. Such a lot of detail in that. I mean, it's too nice to use though. And this is a problem with these things, is that there's no way I'm going to dip my brush into that. Should we just have a little go? Oh no, look! Oh, that's done it now, hasn't it? You saw it here live, everybody. That's actually overspray on that section, interestingly. Live devastation. I have to say the payoff on the gold isn't spectacular. It's sort of better to look at than it is to use. And I love Chanel eyeshadows, but in terms of the actual shades and what you get, I'm not sure that's my favourite. Looks spectacular. Isn't as spectacular on the eyes, although I'm probably doing it wrong. Anyway, no matter, because that's probably sold out anyway, so it's all a moot point. The next one I wanted to show you is from Givenchy. It's the Shimmering Nudes palette. Givenchy brought out their winter holiday Christmas collection and it sold out pretty much straight away. This is an exclusive they've done, I think, for Essential.com, but I'll double check that out. I'll put the link to it below. Really nice selection of colours. I've already dipped into these. I really like this warm sort of peachy shade in the top there, and then there's a very vintage antique gold, a dark sparkly chocolate, 2 more chocolatey type shades, and a silver. I don't know where the nudes is in this nudes palette at all. There are no nudes, so it's sort of strangely named. However, who cares? What fun, it's only makeup, isn't it? Let's try a bit of this sparkly cocoa. I have to say that when I tested this out yesterday, the shades were a lot better than the ones in that Chanel palette. So if you were going to go for one between the 2 of these that you actually need to use and not just look at and keep in a box, then this is the one. Really beautiful soft shadows and sort of easier to see what you're doing when they're separated out like this. The other one is more has more of a novelty factor, doesn't it, really? Guerlain. Beautiful, beautiful. Have you seen these before? The Meteorites for the face, and they're like little illuminating sort of face pearls, and you get a big brush like, I don't know, this one, and you swirl them in the pot. All the beads go everywhere. It's really, really irritating. However, they smell gorgeous. Lots of people love them, and they look great on your dressing table, and they're a real sort of, they feel quite vintage to apply. You know, you just bang them on all over. You get a really amazing glow, and you know, they're good fun. And I just think they do add this gorgeous sort of multifaceted glow, because they've got lots of different, oh for God's sake, lots of different shades in there. This is the special holiday edition one, and it's gorgeous. Look at that packaging. I think that's so, so nice. So something very special to have on the dressing table if you're a big fan of these anyway and you want a sort of new fancy edition. They're really nice to use as sort of finishing powder, actually. If you want a finishing powder that's not flat, that will sort of set your makeup but not deaden everything down, then they're really great because of the different colours in there. And then moving on to another sort of glow palette. Where's it gone? This is one that everyone's been raving about. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit, and this is in Surreal Light. Hourglass is sort of unbeatable when it comes to highlighters. They're just brilliant. They're really subtle, finely milled pigments, and so you can never really detect them on the skin, but the glow is amazing. And they've expanded all their powders into doing things like bronzers and blushes, and this is like a little selection box of things. In terms of value for money, it works out probably quite appallingly bad. However, if you didn't want to invest in one big thing of powder in one shade, then this is a really nice way of trying them out and not really risking not liking something. Little bit plasticky, this casing, but you know, it's marble and everybody raves about marble, so each to their own. If you wanted a sort of glow palette that didn't break the bank, then this one from Sleek is brilliant. I think the packaging looks and feels quite high-end. Inside you've got two powder finishes, which are sort of hourglass in feel. They're not quite there. But actually, that shade, this is Cleopatra's Kiss. This one in the top left, or right, is really, really excellent and very, very flattering. I'm going to blend that in, but just so you can see how powerful that highlighter is. So 2 powders and 2 creams, under £10, I think it's £9.99. And the other palette on a budget is Jane, British beauty blogger's amazing Fortune Favours the Brave eye palette. This is from Makeup Revolution. Again, £9.99 I think. You can get this at Superdrug, I'll link to it below. Loads of really gorgeous, warm, glittery or shimmery, Christmassy type shadows if you wanted them. And lots of other things as well, you know, purples and blues and sort of khaki colours. So a little bit of something for everybody. And again, nice, feels quite festive because of the gold. So both of those are really good options if you don't want to go crazy spending on makeup, but you want something a little bit special for winter. If you did want to go crazy spending, then this is probably the one to go for. This is the Tom Ford Winter Soleil, and it's like a little makeup clutch. Massive mirror for makeup on the go, and then you've got a blush, a highlighter and 4 eyeshadows. So you're sort of getting an eye quad and then extras. I don't know whether it actually works out to be good value for money or not. I haven't sat down and worked out how many grams are in each or anything like that. But I can only actually find it on the Tom Ford website at the moment. I'll have another dig and I'll update in the description box. But yeah, very gorgeous. I sort of can't bear to dig into this, but I will. Seeing that I've just messed up the Chanel one that I was going to treasure forever. But I'm sort of quite glad I did because I wasn't overawed by it. So, you know, services to beauty addicts and all that kind of thing. Last palette is from Laura Mercier, and this is the, what's it called again? Essential Art. And this is the cheek and the eye palette. And look, little sort of hourglass inspired baked swirly highlighter things again, which are just so all the rage, aren't they, at the moment? Let's just dig straight in there, may as well. My face must be so shimmery by now. Oh, that's a nice one. Really lovely. It's actually got a nice bit of colour to it, so you could use that on the cheeks. Yes, I like that a lot. And really sensible eyeshadow shades there. Just, you know, you've got your neutrals, you've got really white, light, brightening ones for the lids, something a little bit darker for a bit of smokiness, and then a navy. That is it. The lipstick I have on is one of the Tom Ford ones from the Winter Soleil collection, and it's called Spanish Flame. However, almost an exact dupe, and it's really, really close. It's hard to tell the difference, is the nude gold that I was wearing in my autumn makeup video, and this one's from the L'Oreal Gold Obsession, which I think you can still get. It's not quite as foiled in finish, this one. So it's slightly more wearable, actually, I think. Just a bit warmer rather than that sort of android effect. So a little tip for you there, if you were lusting after this just for the colour, then that is a good dupe. Right everyone, hope that you enjoyed that. Make sure that you check out the videos that you haven't seen. If I remember to do it, I'm going to put them here and here on the screen. It'll be a miracle if I remember to do it, and if I don't remember to do it, then I'm going to look really weird because I'm just going to be doing this on the screen. But yeah, and make sure you check out my website for daily beauty posts as well, and I'll see you next time.